Do, do, do.
Hello and welcome to Live Coding Happy Hour. It is that time of the week when we get together and share a beverage, share some ServiceNow developer tips, and have a good time. Let's begin by going around the room and doing introductions a little bit better than that.
Hi, everyone. My name is Earl Duque. I am a developer advocate here at ServiceNow. I've been on the platform for about 5 years, but only at ServiceNow for about 6 months. Before that, I was in the higher education space, mostly jumping around the University of California. And we'll pass it off to Julia.
All right. Hey, everyone. I am Julia Perlis. This is Zeus. He may join for part or all of our happy hour today. I am a principal product manager here at ServiceNow, and I focus on decision management and specifically Decision Builder, which we're going to take a look at today. So super excited to be here. Zeus is too, but he might get bored.
She makes all the decisions in ServiceNow.
Every one of them, actually.
She said she's in decision management, so I thought that's what that was.
Well, I thought we were talking about Zeus.
We're changing the name. It's Live Cat Happy Hour.
I wouldn't be upset about it.
My name is Chuck Tomasi, Senior Developer Advocate at ServiceNow. I've been here since mid-2010 and a customer for a couple of years before that, and a whole long history going back into the early 80s of computer programming development and software engineering. So let's have some fun here today. I am turning it over to Earl. Oh, wait, we got to do our beers first. Earl, do your beer.
I have a repeat, Modern Times. I have a hazy tropical IPA with me. It's called Cosmic Rays. So, cheers. Julia, what are you drinking?
I am drinking, okay, I actually bought this specifically because I knew we were going to be doing happy hour. It is a Lady Friend IPA. It's from Elora Brewing in Ontario, and you can see that it has a bear and a pretty cool...
being uppercutted? Is that being uppercutted by the lady? That's awesome.
Yes. Here, you can... there we go, that way.
Gabby's threatening us. She says, I've only known Zeus for 2 minutes, but if anything happens to him, I will Z-boot everyone's instances.
Don't worry, he's a tough cookie.
I've got the 805 from Firestone Walker Brewing. Works best this way. I don't know where it came from. It wasn't in the fridge a couple of days ago. My wife said she was going to get beer, but it's weird because there's only 3 of them. I don't know if she drank the other 3 or just got 3 or what happened there.
She's trying to send a message.
So with that, now we can begin our topic. So Earl, what are we doing today?
All right. So it is, we are in the middle of our San Diego content. We are...
I almost went like this. Out of habit.
Chuck is so used to being in the one spot with the list because I don't think people realize, but on our YouTube channel, one of our colleagues, Tanvi, she controls posts. She tries to post on the community page for our channel with upcoming episodes and stuff. And we love to grab animated GIFs of Chuck pointing at random things on air, especially the logo thing. So we have so many clips of Chuck pointing up there that Chuck is not used to being in the first slot anymore.
I think we need a
as soon as you went, this is part of our San Diego season. Whing!
When you see this, you know what season you're in. This is something new we're doing with San Diego. See the link below underneath underneath Julia.
Julia's got
Subscribe to our
the
channel.
there. You
Yeah,
got caption duty.
Oh, this is why I love live coding happy hour. Everyone's more relaxed. It's the end of the week. We're all winding down. But this week, because we're in San Diego and what just released yesterday, with the GA release of San Diego, patch one patch one of San Diego became available, and across everybody's PDIs also, so you can update your PDI and get access to Decision Builder 2.0 as of I think 2 days ago or yesterday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
So I definitely said Thursday on the Breakpoint podcast, but
is that why I kept thinking Thursday?
That's why. It was a personal problem.
That shows who listened.
We used to do store releases only on Thursdays, and now they changed it, and my brain can't compute.
I know. That's why it's like I thought it says it's already available, but all right. But this is brand new stuff that we're going to be looking into and talking about. It's not a new tool, but it has been enhanced to 2.0. It was when did Decision Builder come out? November?
So Decision Tables as a functionality on the platform came out in Madrid, but Decision Builder as something to create decision tables that look like a table came out in September of last year.
Nice. Yeah, so as I get ready to jump into an instance in San Diego, for those of you that don't know, Decision Builder and Decision Tables is a way for you to move hard code. Well, this is the use case I tend to associate it with. If you have hard coded like decisions built into your flows or into your business logic, stuff like if this thing is worth more than X dollars, or if this was if these certain values are selected, do this instead, and you have this long if else statement of things to do. Decision Builder and the decision tables are a way for you to abstract that away from the like a single flow or anything, and put it on a table where you can adjust without having to touch the flow anymore, or having to adjust a big part of your script and stuff like that, because the Decision Builder, the decision table itself, is API callable, and it can give you the results. You can plug it into flow. It just makes things a lot easier for technical debt, and honestly to visualize what the decisions are and stuff like that. But a lot of that you'll see as we get into it now. So let me log in real quick.
Beautiful description.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I can't remember my password.
That's step one.
Okay, so I am going to show you all a back-end process of something that has launched this year, the mentorship program. So shout out to our mentorship program. If you haven't signed up for it yet, please go check it out at devlink.sn/mentorship. We are looking for more mentors, so all of you out there that feel like you have something to share with the world, we need more of you, please. We're going to do another round of pairing next week, so now's a great time to submit your application. But one of the processes that we have in the mentoring program is what we do with pairs that don't fully accept the program. So we have a whole list of members. This is real data turned into demo data, so these are fake names. I spent time to make sure they're all fake names now.
Can you bigger the font?
Oh yeah, sure. On a live code happy hour without reminding the driver to increase their font. So we have all these people sign up for the survey for the mentorship program, and then our MVP volunteers and our developer program team go in and figure out who would be good pairs. And once those pairs are found, we create these records of who's being paired together, and then at that point, it automatically emails each individual person that's in that pair, mentee and mentor, and tells them, hey, you need to accept the program terms to continue on with the program. If you don't, after a certain amount of time, this is the part that we're going to try to move to Decision Builder, because this is the process that I want to get to enhance, basically to make better. Is if a week passes and a person hasn't accepted, it emails and does a notification reminder to the person that hasn't accepted. Then after another week, it emails them again and lets them know like, hey, this is your final warning to update it. And then after, I think I have it as 3 days, but I want to change it to 7 days, and this is why it's a good use case. It says, hey, we're going to cancel you tomorrow if you don't do this, and you'll be removed from the program. And then the others, whoever did accept already, they'll be placed back into the queue. But that process itself, I've been doing based off of I keep changing the times to see what would be better for like feel like where I'm not nagging them too fast, but also reminding them that they have something pending. So I keep changing the days between the notifications, and I also keep changing the notification themselves. And so tying all those things to Flow Designer has been kind of hard for me, because once it's there and the pair gets active and the flow gets into flight, I'm basically like a sitting duck in the water and hoping and have to figure out what to do with those already in flight flows. Some of it I have moved to templates instead. Some of it I've moved into subflows instead. But then I was like, oh, decision builder, this will be a great use case for that. So that's a little bit background of the application that we're trying to improve today, is that that timing process of when notifications go out. So the flow itself, it used to say right when this pair was created, wait 1 week, and if it's still not completed, email whoever's not accepted, and then wait another week, and then do it again, and then wait 3 days, and then do it again. I want to take that away from flow, from that individual flow per record, and I'm going to make a different flow that just basically says every week check all the pending pairs, and then based off of the decision builder, decide who gets what email. That's what I'm going to try to convert.
So are you making the decision builder figure out what the interval is, or?
No, I'm having the decision builder determine which notification is supposed to get.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so
I'm excited for this.
One new thing that is going. This is actually a real use case, so this is great for live coding app here. One of the new things about Decision Builder in San Diego is it is now available in App Engine Studio. So it's integrated right into App Engine Studio. I can load right into the mentorship program app, and it's available under Logic and Automation. So you'll actually see, before I click on that, you could see the many amount of different flows and different items that are behind this app. And I'm trying to get rid of basically like 3 of the flows for one decision builder flow. And so that'll save some headaches in the future, especially if we want to make the reminders go faster, because like 3 weeks might actually be too long for the reminders to go out, but we were wanting to give everybody an ample amount of time to actually decide this time, but we might reduce it in the future. But I'm going to go ahead and create a new decision, and this is nice little, give us a little bit information about it. I saw this as a screen. I was like, I love these new graphic screens in App Engine Studio. It just makes the app look more.
You should have seen the sausage making of that graphic.
Oh yeah,
there was like
graphic, right?
30 different images. We were like, do we do arrows or colors or values? And designers are honestly like miracle workers. My brain can't create something that nice.
We're gonna say pair accept.
It's never the technical things that take a long time. It's like, what does a graphic look like? Oh, please. What are we calling this product?
Speaking of graphics, everyone's favorite programmer just flashed on the screen. One of our colleagues, Jason, always makes fun of the. Is that what people think of developers? Just.
I don't know if that's the programmer, because he's not wearing the hat.
Oh, he wasn't sitting in the
ponytail and a beard.
That's right. He and he's sitting in a beanbag too at the same time, right?
Oh, the one with that's on the T-shirt with the guy and his computer. Yeah. I bought my mom one of those T-shirts, and she was like, "I'm never going to wear this. Take it back."
That's great.
And she's always begging me for ServiceNow shirts. She's like, "They're so soft. I love them. Buy me more." I brought her this, and she was like, "No, thanks."
She starts making requests. Can I get the AES one?
Seriously. She's like, wait, what about that release one? Why don't I get one of those? And I was like, sorry, Mom. It's not happening.
Okay, so I'm in Decision Builder.
That kind of stuff should go in the store. Okay, we've made our table, or we're making a table.
We're in our Decision Builder and the decision table specifically for our app. And now we have our inputs up here that we're going to get to feed into the decision table. And then we'll build the conditions and results after I add some stuff up here. So let me get started.
Pass the whole record. I don't know. I just said pass the whole record.
No, thank you. Wait, is that a thing?
You might have to pass the whole record. It's usually, I try to pass records as best practice because it makes it easier on the implementation side.
Oh, okay. I've been doing it the long way then.
Oh.
Yeah, if you need more than one parameter from a record, pass the whole record.
The main reason that we have the other input types where you don't have to pass a whole record is if you're just like calling, you're using maybe like an integration hub action to get external data and you want to pass that into an input. Or if the person creating your decision table doesn't really know your architecture, then they can create one totally agnostic of your ServiceNow architecture and you can kind of wire it up later.
Oh, sure. That would make sense. It's like, what's my tax?
Someone might say, I know there's a string field, but they don't know what table it's on or what field it is.
Yeah. If you just need to figure out some interest rate based on an amount and a time frame or something, give me an amount and a time frame. I don't care where they're from.
Yeah.
All right. So I know. So how the logic of which emails go out is sent is based off of these 4 true and false fields, basically, of if they've agreed or if they've declined. And so let me grab those 4 fields real quick. And then the last field I want to make sure I grab is when was this pair created? Oh, date time.
So Earl, one thing I noticed while you're doing that, it's super interesting for me to watch this, but we set a default label for each of these columns based on your input, but yours are actually all different. So you can go through and edit each of your headers using that edit icon and change it to the right label for what you're actually doing.
Oh, nice. So it doesn't always say current record.
Exactly.
Thank you for seeing that.
You are so welcome.
For the rest of the show, we're going to call you Phyllis. You have to know the Fred Luddy origin story for that one to be funny.
I know Phyllis is just like the infamous ServiceNow name.
I didn't know that. I'm too young, I guess.
Phyllis and Able Tutor.
Abel.
Is it really?
No.
That's what he said on his Twitter feed.
No.
It's Dutch.
Wow, that's really changed the way I see the world. It's like watching the Harry Potter movie for the first time.
Right,
realize you've been pronouncing all these words wrong in your head for years.
So on this first row, I'm gonna just make one real quick. If the mentee has declined, no, if the mentee hasn't done anything yet, so neither of these have been pushed to true, but the mentor has agreed, and that pair was created. Oh, I can actually set the default for this for a date field too, right?
You can't set the default. You can set the default operator.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
And I want to do it on a relative so that whenever I click on here, it's already on relative. And so relative after 7 days. Oh, I'm getting weirdly
you might have to make your font smaller or something.
I thought it was, why isn't this going up there? All right, there you go. All right, so if because I'm going to run this basically every Friday is what my goal is, and if the mentee still hasn't acted after and the pair was created more than wait, it would be before 7 days ago?
It was created before 7 days ago. Yeah, that's right.
So,
More than 7 days ago. Yeah.
The result is going to be okay. This is where I was going to ask for your both your opinions. So I have the notifications already set up. Do I need? I don't need to reference the notification. Do I?
You can. You don't have to. You can make your result a reference result, and it can point to the table that the notifications are stored in. Or you can just make it a choice result, and then based on the choices go in different, like based on the result branches go in different directions.
On different branch, right?
Yeah.
Let's do that for right now, and then if we
can take a look if you want to change it later.
I mean, I think we can go more complex and do the notification.
And Julia, don't feel bad. None of us knew how to pronounce Hermione. Outside of people who live in the UK.
It's a real challenge, you know?
Something earlier that I forgot to point out too was up here when you're doing inputs, something new in San Diego is you can reference wait, no, that's actually down here. Never mind.
I was going to say, I don't think we added anything new for inputs in San Diego unless my developers went rogue.
Yeah, we can actually do two things. I'm going to show two new things actually right here is you can output multiple results for each decision now. So you'll see I can actually make, it's going to provide two. I think we'll
that's pretty mind-blowing to a developer who thinks, functions can only return one result.
We'll call it max length is 40. That's fine. And then the other part is I just made it a string instead of a referenced field. So now in Decision Builder 2.0, your results can have both have multiple result options and also output non-referenced results. So that's we kind of talked about it earlier. Like you don't have to do a reference. We could just name the branch and just work off of that. So that makes it a lot more flexible, basically, to handle your decision builder outputs.
Yeah, it also makes life easier if you were trying to create a decision for like a promotion level or a discount percent. And in the past, you would have to create a whole new custom table just to contain that and have a different record for each result. So there's some extra steps that we've removed the need for now.
I might need to decrease my size so I can see the full notification name real quick.
Yeah, Lisa Holenstein loves it that we don't need to create custom tables for results anymore. You're still welcome to if you want, but you don't.
You can do. I mean, there's value in that for some of the use cases. If you want to have one record that contains a bunch of fields and you do something with it, or you're pointing to an existing record, then it totally makes sense. Which is why we kept in the reference option. There's there's a lot of solid use cases for it. It's just we don't want to force you anymore.
I like delegating data management to somebody else.
All right, so I'm just doing the fun data building, and I heard on this during the Breakpoint episode that there isn't a copy row feature yet.
There is not, but it's I think I said on Breakpoint, like as somebody who's been creating hundreds of these decision tables, I personally would love the ability to just clone rows. So I think watching anyone else do it too, it would save some time.
While I'm filling up this table, do you want to talk about how my mind blanked for a second. Do you want to talk about the delegated development support added for?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things we released in San Diego, along with this AES integration and the results changes, is, the ability to set up delegated developers for decision tables. So in the same way that you can have a delegated developer who for a specific application can use Flow Designer, you can now have a delegated developer who for a specific application can use Decision Builder. And the delegated permission is decision tables. Because really at the end of the day, what Decision Builder is doing right now is letting you author decision tables. So the great thing about that is that if you have a person in your company who's working on one custom app, you don't need to give them the keys to the Logic Kingdom. You can just say, all right, for your app, for your mentorship pairing app, you can create and modify those decision tables. And definitely like works nicely in partnership with working in App Engine Studio.
Nice. The other thing I wanted to ask is, I know when you plug this into Flow Designer, you have an option it defaults to the option of finding the first matching condition and then executing that one. It has the ability to activate multiple branches at the same time.
Yep.
Nice. Perfect. Then that actually solves for the extra rows I was about to make, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. So the way it works is that if you set it up to do find first decision that matches, then you'll only get one result, and you'll see that your result in the Flow Designer kind of data pills is just a single record. But if you choose to evaluate all rows, then it gives you the possibility of having more than one result from the decision, and then you get a set of result records, and you can loop through them.
Nice.
And I like that you're sending back the notification, Earl.
Yeah.
Because then, I don't know how you plan on setting this up. You could potentially collapse the tree of results and just say,
exactly. You don't even need the branches.
Yeah. No branches is that's my favorite kind of decision tree.
Yeah. I mean, tell me about it. I'm like, every time I open Flow Designer, I'm like, get rid of these branches.
Yeah. This really becomes a decision engine. Then you just go, hey, I'll give you some inputs. You tell me what I'm supposed to do. Because if all the actions are the same, like send a notification, use the result, send a notification, use the result. And like, you don't need any branches on that thing.
Exactly. It's like, if you want to follow the same action path, you just want the data in each action to be different, then branching doesn't help you.
I was just chatting with Mark Scott. He had a recent post that had a cartoon and had this booth. Two booths of people. One had a sign above it that says "if else," and the line is a mile long. The other one said "switch case," and there was nobody standing at that booth. I said, we need a third booth for Decision Builder.
Also, I just remembered to press save for the first time, so everyone drink.
I'm half done. Where have you been?
Building.
I mean, I did bring a backup beer, so
I got a couple more in the fridge.
You're already a live coding happy hour veteran.
I don't know. It's 5 p.m. where I am, so
yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna jump in and make a new. Ooh, nope, not there.
You must have watched previous episodes to study.
I watched the first 5 minutes.
That's all you need.
I was like, I see this vibe.
That's study over.
I was like, all right, preparation. Know the product you work on. Got it.
Yeah, our PMs love this show. They don't have to really prepare for anything. I talked to next week's guests. They said, what do you need from me? Your knowledge? Show up? Be a smart aleck? I don't, whatever you want.
Yeah, I feel bad for you, Julia. I'm actually asking you more questions than we're usually asking our guests.
No, it's good. I love it.
All right, so I said earlier I'm going to do this weekly, and I'm going to do this.
Yeah, Lisa Hollenstein just said, remember to save.
Yeah.
Ola pointed out on your decision table, it says row 4 before 7 ago. Did we forget days?
Thank you. I wonder what that does. What does that do if you forget?
Wow, that's interesting that you're able to do that.
It's true. Julia writing furious.
I was going to say, I have 2 screens. One of them's watching you, and
it's
one
a
of them's
unit of
writing
measure,
notes.
agos. It's 7 agos.
Favorite Ago, his favorite unit of measure by Abel.
Is that Abel's brother?
Hey,
Ago tutor?
Girl, one quick question on your decision table.
Yeah.
Do you want the mentor decline to ever be true?
I put that there as a failsafe because
Okay.
if it ever is not false, then it shouldn't be hitting this at all.
Got it. That makes
If
sense.
they're all the same, why is it a part of the condition though?
Because it's
I think 'cause
it's
it
like I'm
is
using
part
this
of
to make sure that it's not true. Does that make sense? I thought of this earlier, and I remember thinking to myself, "Is there a reason why?" I
Yeah,
wanted to
otherwise you'd have to have an
makes
if
sense.
before your decision builder.
Yeah, exactly. This means that if at some point you wanted to add a scenario where the
Yep.
declined is true, then you don't need to change your flow.
Right.
Yeah, okay, that's another good reason.
It's a good failsafe.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I would have had to put that logic elsewhere so that
Yeah.
this doesn't run for it. All right, so I think I can just jump. Oh, okay. So I need to first look up records.
Yep. No, lookup records is an action.
I always
no
pick the
core.
wrong one. Always pick the
No
wrong one.
core. I did this like 6 times this morning. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
My big fault was I forgot a table here, and then the for each really wasn't happy, and then the action wasn't happy. It just got to be a big mess. Oh, you don't have the diagram review turned on.
Oh, I don't actually. I need to.
I've been challenging myself to do everything in diagram review.
I hate to break this one to you, Chuck, but make a decision is coming in a future release of diagramming. So currently, when you're using decisions, you can't be in diagram review.
Okay, but he can be doing this part in diagram.
This part, yes.
Okay, so for each of these lookup records, I am going to make a decision.
All of my decisions are labeled WTF.
That's my internal monologue for most things, actually, not even just decisions.
You can make your font bigger now.
Okay.
Now you can't see your data
go
panel.
in the category of things you have to drink for.
Gosh, we're gonna be hammered by the end of this episode then.
I'm gonna challenge one of our viewers to make an official rule book now.
Oh, here's the otherwise.
It's only an available option when you're using branching.
Oh, okay.
You don't need branches though.
There's the input.
Aren't you doing the same action every time?
No. Oh wait, yeah, because we already have the notification.
That's why I commended you on returning. So turn branches off. And it goes, you can't undo that, and that's fine. Okay.
You have nothing in them anyway.
And then the action that goes below is the action that will happen. So you're going to do send notification.
Yeah, send notification. Not send email, send notification.
Right. They are different.
Yeah, and then make a decision.
I think you're sending it for each of those pair records. So you have to go up one action.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the record. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's the record. Exactly. And then
this is the notification.
Go up to your
right?
Decision.
Yeah.
Good call out. I would have tripped over that.
No. Where are you?
Where's the...
Yeah.
You saved it, right? You don't have to activate the decision table or something.
Right. Can you open your sidebar in Flow Designer or go
data
over
panel?
to it? Yeah.
What's the data panel have for data POs?
Wait, what?
Where's the data panel?
It got font squished.
Oh.
Wait, where'd it go?
It's there. You got to reduce your font size.
Oh gosh.
There we go.
Take a drink.
All right. So make a decision.
Oh, I see. So you know what you need to do? You need another for each loop. You're missing a for each loop because you've outputted a list of results. So it doesn't know which notification to send because your decision output is a list of records. It's not an individual record. So what you need to do is say, make your decision, find all the true results. Then for each result that's outputted, then you send the notification. Yeah, exactly.
And then I need an if statement
How
here.
did you get a list of notifications?
Because he's
returning all
looking
results?
for every time that he's not evaluating the decision table to find the first thing that's true.
okay.
He's looking for each thing.
So if you had said, just give me the first result, then we would have been okay.
Yep, exactly. So now you just want to choose your, where are we here?
So I don't need another if statement.
You don't need an if.
No.
You can just send your notification.
Sweet.
So yeah, if your decision table had been set to only evaluate to the first true result, then you wouldn't need this for each loop.
Right. Chuck, I feel like we're cheating. We have like it's not we run into so little less errors when we have an expert on the call with us.
We're hitting them, we're just solving them a lot faster.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if you want, I can just sit here silently sipping my beer.
No, please don't. This is actually improving the process for me.
Goes on mute, sits back, waves at the camera, and that's nice.
Just watch the world burn.
How'd life happy hour go?
All right, nested loop. So this
how'd it go, Julia? Oh, it's great.
Record. And then this is this for each.
Yes.
Notification.
It's beautiful. Look at this.
I think that's it. That's it. That does it.
That's the whole thing.
Sometimes these flows are surprisingly simple.
Yeah. I mean, it's incredible when you look at a flow and realize how many actions are just accounting for the fact that you have so many if-else statements. And then whatever you do with that if-else, you have to do like 6 times.
Yeah, that's annoying. Or you throw a subflow in it and you get the same subflow 6 times.
Exactly.
I want to run the test, but I also don't want to flood my email table.
Why not? It's just going in the outbox.
That's true. Yeah.
You don't have delivery turned on. You're fine. I do this all the time.
Well, that was fast.
Okay, maybe too fast.
Yeah.
Right.
Warning.
What happened here?
Invalid send. You failed.
I need to adjust the notifications back to not have conditions on them anymore.
Oh, the notifications themselves have conditions?
Well, remember, I'm translating this from an old process to a new process, so I haven't actually gone back and sanitized the notifications.
No, it looks like the trigger on them, the send when, is wrong. Go check one of your notifications. It says it's looking for triggered, but it found engine.
Interesting.
Now we're getting into live code territory.
I already have it faved because I know.
Okay, open up one of those.
The first one that could be found is Menti accept reminder.
Okay. Check the send when. Send when record inserted or updated. That's why.
That's the reason.
It's got to be triggered.
Yeah, see, so I was saying I haven't gone back and changed the.
All right. We'll let you off the hook.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and say add send when to this.
You're gonna have to change the rest of them too. Yeah.
Let me make sure all of these are.
Mark's funny. How much you want to bet deliveries turned on? Always check first, kids. I trust it.
It can't be too smooth. It'll make it seem like we rehearsed this.
At no time have we rehearsed.
I was going to say, which I can certainly confirm did not happen.
Yeah, I might have rehearsed drinking beer last weekend.
Shut up, Phil. No, you didn't. Shut up. Don't make me nervous like that.
There's a winner.
I just
love these people.
Heart drop.
These are more than customers out there. These are just sassy friends.
That is just cruel.
So we're getting through the logic of it, and then the notification saying it's not running. So let me actually check the email table just to see if there's anything there. Nope. It is running through the amount of pairs that I'm expecting.
Okay, you got 50 records, right? But the decision is coming back with Nothing.
Yeah. Let's see.
What's the 139 next to 0?
Yeah, do you mind opening up that decision table action? Number
Yes.
action 3?
Yeah, what does the 139 represent?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Amount of pairs?
Yeah, I think that's
I think 139 out of 188 had actions.
Oh, okay. Output data. Count 0. You got nothing. Are you sure that? Yeah, go to.
Yeah, all of them are coming up with nothing.
Yep.
Okay. Which means your condition didn't match.
Count 0 order IDs.
Ordered IDs, no sys ID.
Is there a way to debug or test the decision table itself?
On the roadmap, there is.
Oh.
Tune in next year.
Nice. That's good. That's good to know.
Yeah, then you just feed it the inputs and say, what are my outputs?
Yeah, exactly. Like do simulation testing. I'm so curious.
Let me check my data then.
Yeah, let's open a record and then just cross-reference that with the decision.
Yeah, so this one was looking at what pair? Okay, here's a record. Okay. Again, fake names. Don't worry, it's not. Sort of fake names. So you know what? Let's force it to match one of the things. And run the test again, see if it pops up.
Okay.
That's a lot of checkboxes on that form.
Yeah, because that's how I was handling emails beforehand. Wish I was able to jump to a specific record. Because I don't remember what that record was.
Nope.
1626.
Oh, Lisa had an interesting idea. She said you could write a custom ATF test step that calls the decision table API and test your decision to make sure you don't have dead rows. Sounds like she's done something like that before. Way to sneak a hack into the APIs.
Well, if it ran properly, we would actually be able to go straight to the email table and see. Oh, no, that's not it.
Can we take a look at your decision table for a sec?
No.
Oh wait, is this the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. That is. So it must be. It's a data problem.
Your data.
Oh.
Here comes.
I remember now.
Drink for that.
This is real data, and we've already sent out the notifications for all these people. So there wouldn't be any pending pairs anymore because they're already been activated.
Test your data, kids.
Anyways, that's probably it.
That explains a lot.
I've done that. I've also sanitized to the point where people don't have email addresses anymore. And then the engine goes, I'm not sending you anything.
Yeah, so I could probably, it's because they've already got to the point where none of these will actually satisfy the decisions.
See, but isn't that beautiful? Now you've learned that your flow will just keep on rolling for the situations where the decisions don't apply.
Yeah, and if it ever goes back to that, then it should activate it again.
Perfect. So what sort of changes do you need to make to your app now that you have this wonderful decision table?
I need to get rid of the extra columns and the flows that we're doing this manually.
Okay. You need to flip your notifications over to triggered.
You need to flip your notifications to triggered instead of a condition base or an event base.
Yeah.
You need to, if you were dynamically figuring out who to send the notification to in flight in the flow, if you were doing send email instead of send notification, then you need to make sure the who gets it is configured in the notification and not in the, because it's not, you'd be calling the notification at that point, no email. Those are the main things I'm thinking about. Anything else? Hello. Hi, Alan.
We're cheering for you. The crowd is going nuts.
It works. Oh, wait, it started to work. We got a drink. We all have to drink. Cheers. But okay, so I always try to, at least when I'm driving, I always try to bring it back, right? It's I'm sweating. It's hot here, guys. So I want to make sure to bring it back because when I was first making this app, back in January and February, when we were launching the mentorship program, I had to basically like I was trying to make it as quickly as I possibly could and make sure it worked. And I hit some hiccups and some people got the wrong notifications and stuff like that. And that's my bad. But if I had only known or even thought of to use this, it's so funny. The one episode of Creator Toolbox I was supposed to be on and I missed was the one that talked about Decision Builder back in November. And so I never went back and rewatched the episode. But if I had known, I would have solved so much time. And like now when I have plans to change this timing of 7, 14, 21 days, like I want to make that 3 days and then 7 days and then 12 days or something like that. I want to make it a lot shorter. And now I don't have to go through a bunch of wait timers on a flow, and I don't have to check against all these different things. Like these are why we have people like Julia and her team figuring out these tools, because ServiceNow is all about abstracting the annoying things away so that we have time to do the things that we want to do.
Add value. Yep. Take away those non-value add things. And like Lisa said, this is a great use case. And I love seeing how the tools that are created get used in creative solutions. Like, never would have thought of that before. That's a great use for that.
I feel like every time I like talk to anyone or do any of these sessions, something comes up where I'm like, I really hadn't built anything that did it that way before. Like choosing a notification and doing that. Like I know that you can use decision tables to choose subflows and then pair that with dynamic flows.
Oh, cool.
So that you can automatically run different subflows based on different decision actions, or different decision results, which is super cool. But yeah, it's awesome to see this making your life a little easier there.
Thank you. And you're helping hundreds of mentorship potential pairs out there in the future too.
Great. I'll just claim all good that comes from mentorship.
You're part
so
of it now.
Welcome.
I'm gonna put your name on it. Like thank you to Julia for helping us figure out this thing.
It's in the footer of every notification.
Please email Julia if you do not like your mentor or mentee.
She's responsible, good or bad.
If you believed you received this notification inappropriately, reply to.
You've received this notification, care of Julia.
So no, that's why I wanted it. First, I was going to have live coding happy hour talk about. I was going to go through our artifact manager tool that we use to and make some decisions based off of that. But then I was thinking like, no, I'm going to sit there and think about an actual thing we need to improve, because there's so many places that we have if else, like long if else statements. And those are like the bread and butter of converting over to something like this. And I'm going to sit there and figure out what a good real use case is that would improve a process for us. And this is what came up for me, because mentorship has been my life for the past couple of months trying to launch this program. But I don't know. We internally we keep talking about like, oh, how did ServiceNow change your life and stuff like that. And it's these kind of situations where it's like people realize that they can do tech, they can do development, they can do building and coding and all this kind of stuff, because that kind of skill isn't being an expert coder or an expert technologist or something. It's just being a hard worker. And being creative enough to know what tool to use, what route to go on when you're trying to make something. And that's the best developers out there, are the ones that are just working hard and trying to solve the problem. And more ServiceNow is allowing us to do that. And if I think about how easy it was for me to join and the ServiceNow ecosystem 5 years ago when I first started out, with all the tools that we had back then, and now all the tools that we have since then, like, it's even easier. And so I hope there's more people like me 5 years ago that are figuring that out now and stumbling upon these kind of videos and saying like, oh, I don't have to code a decision tree or a switch case for certain things. And if I'm working in a vacuum, that might be helpful, but hey, you might, like, in a real world scenario, you're working with a team. Once I build this decision table, I can give this to somebody else, like, that's the delegated development kind of side of things too. Like, I set up the decision table, and now other people can make the decisions for them, and I don't have to. I might not be the one who even has to update the values on this one. They could do that themselves because it's all in App Engine Studio, and more App Engine Studio is becoming a tool where multiple roles and multiple jobs come in together to work on the same app, work on the same functionality, just at different times. Anyways, that's my talk. Thanks everyone for coming to my TED Talk.
That's beautiful. Wow. What an inspiring note to start the weekend on.
Do we have any announcements?
Next week's topic is
AES.
AES. Speaking of AES.
Ooh,
so Creator Toolbox will be doing just a high-level overview of a lot of the features, going through some of the demos with those. We've got Friday's live coding happy hour will be about app template authoring. So that will be fun. And if you missed it, Julia is on the Breakpoint that came out a couple of days ago on March 23rd. And our next one is the week after that is RPA Hub. So in case you forgot, we are going through the San Diego season.
Very
so
cool.
Lots of fun having there. If you've missed anything, where is it? Where's the banners? San Diego banner. There it is. If you missed anything, you can go to our blog article that has all of these. And there is still more coming. There's AES, there's RPA Hub, there's mobile. And also don't forget that registration is open for knowledge at knowledge.servicenow.com. And you want to make sure you're going to attend the CreatorCon stuff. We are putting together some really cool plans. We're doing it really fast because we don't have much time for the in-person events. So we've got in-person events at The Hague in the Netherlands and New York on May 11th and 12th. And then 2 weeks later is Sydney, Australia, and Las Vegas. So hopefully you're close to one of those and you can attend in person because, it's been a long time since we've had an in-person Knowledge. Looking forward to seeing a lot of people at those events. So knowledge.servicenow.com is where you can sign up for those. Anything else I might be missing?
No announcements for me. Second that, though. Sign up for Knowledge. There'll be a decision builder session there if you want to dig in even more, and just so much great content coming at you.
That's awesome. The rating of the beers. Go ahead, Earl.
I think last time I didn't like this as much, but today I am actually liking it. So with the
success factor.
With the success factor, there you go. That's probably it. I'll give it a 3.75.
Are we rating out of 5?
Yes, out of 5. It's the untapped scale by quarter point.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know what? Given that I only bought it because of the label on the can, it's significantly better than I expected. Like, I would call this a solid 3.75 or 4. It's not as citrusy an IPA as I usually like, being a former New England resident, but yeah, I would drink it again.
How was the IBUs or the hoppiness of that?
It's not like West Coast hoppy.
Okay.
I don't remember what the scale is. I would say it's like medium. It's not a low IBU, but it's not like a pine tree in your mouth.
As many IPAs can be. It's kind of like the Scoville units on hot peppers. Like, how hot can we make it? How hoppy can we make this beer?
Yeah, I wonder what like the hot one's equivalent of like IPA tasting would look like.
The Carolina Reaper of beers. I've got the Firestone 805. I like this. It's a good, easygoing session beer. It's not.
It's an everyday beer.
What's that?
It's an everyday kind of beer.
Yeah, it's an everyday coating beer. I give that a 4.0 with that quarter point success factor as well. So it goes down easy. I could, wash down some burritos or pizza with that easily too. So,
oof, I was in California last week and I would kill for one of those burritos again.
Come to Phoenix. We got good burritos.
All right. I mean,
if the store ends with ETOS, it's Heriberto's or Tulio Berto's or Chuck Berto's. I don't know. It's usually really good. They're just these little burrito stands all over the town.
That sounds like a dream.
I'll be right back. I'm going to make a Chuck Berto's.
Filiberto's. Mark is reminding me. Where's Ernie and Berto's? Oh, never mind.
I would be a regular patron of that.
As soon as the words started coming out of my mouth, I changed direction on that joke, and it actually wound up better. That was weird. I was going to go with Berto's, but Ernie and Berto's sounded better at the moment. That takes care of it for us. I think we're just nothing left to do but sign out. Somewhere in here, I have some banners and whatnot. So thank you once again, Julia, for guiding us through this. Thanks, Earl, for a very interesting and useful use case. That
100%. Earl, what a champ.
Yeah. Way to come up with the imaginative, might have to steal that for a demo at some point. So till next time, everybody, stay safe. Hope to see you soon at Knowledge Creator Con. That's going to be a lot of fun. And take care. I lost my cursor now. Where are we going? We're going here. Bye.
Bye.